Okay, story time about how I got banned from Turo. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This gonna be some dumb stuff. So like, just I already know y'all gonna be like, bro, that was stupid, right? So it was, and it was stupid. You know what I mean? But let's get into the story. You feel me? So this is about 9 years ago, maybe 2016, maybe 2015. It could be 10 years ago. 2016, 2015. I don't know. I'm still fresh out here in LA. You feel me? I'm still a newbie out here in LA. I'm hustling and bustling. Your boy wanting to make ends meet, but also I don't want to work for nobody. I'm doing all these different hustles or whatever, right? So I'm looking on Craigslist. Like that's not the shadiest place to ever look. You know what I mean? But Craigslist be having some good little gems sometimes. So I'm doing different hustles and I'm looking on Craigslist, trying to find a little gig. They got the gig section, attempting to find a little gig, and I see a bro post, rent a car for me, and I'll pay you like a couple $100, whatever. So I'm like, let me see what it's talking about. So I follow up on the ad, and bro's basically like, for whatever reason, I forgot what he said. He said something like he can't rent cars because of his insurance or something. He said something, but my money hungry self, I knew it was a red flag, but I was like, so basically he was basically like, you rent the car and you rent the car for me, I'm gonna use it for a week, and then you gonna turn it back in because it's Turo, right? And so I'm thinking like that sounds shady. So I'm asking him some questions, but I'm also like, what he was saying was kind of making sense, but I kind of had a red flag pulling up. But at the same time, I'm like, I could use the bread. He offering like a couple $100, maybe like I'm like this a quick like I think it was like 300-400 bucks or whatever just to use the maybe it might have been even 500 to to help him rent this car for the week. And then this is the crazy part. When I met up with bro, I was thinking like this dude looked real familiar. That's important for the end of the story. I'm like this dude looked real familiar, but I know I don't know him. And so, anyways, push come to shove, we looking on Toro for a car, a newer car, and we find one. Right, it's a van. And so this is another reason why I did it too, because they were newer cars, and I'm thinking like, what if he trying to take off with the car? But I'm like, nah, this a newer car. If a sure got GPS, you know what I mean? It's good. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna take off. This a new car. If it was 2016, it's a 2016 car. He good. You know what I mean? We gonna be good. He ain't gonna take off with this. He showed me his ID. Da 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 da. I took pictures of his ID and stuff. Or did I take pictures? I think I took a picture. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, we rented this car. It's supposed to be for a week. I'm like, I go pick up the car from the bro. The bro is like, the bro who's renting the car, it's an Asian bro. He's mad geek, like, yeah, man, take good care of my car. It's a brand new car. I'm like, yeah, bro, yes, sir. We're going to take care of that. Yes, sir. And I ended up giving the dude the car. And I'm like, all right, bro, see you in like 6 days, whatever. Dude paid me the bread. I'm thinking, I got his ID picture. I got uh, his phone number. I got everything. It's good. We kind of text back and forth throughout the week, but not really because I'm just like, whatever. Tell me why it come back to the day before I'm supposed to turn the car back in. I'm hitting him up. He not responding to my text. I'm like, okay, that's weird. We was texting all week, off and on. I call him. The number is disconnected. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. And so, long story short, it was a burner number. The ID was fake. He took off with the car, right? And so I'm like, damn. I'm tripping, but I'm not really like tripping as far as how heavy and massive the situation is. I essentially was, an accomplice of getting this car stolen. And so I'm like, damn, it's crazy. I'm talking to my cousin. I'm living with my cousin at the time. I'm like, I think bro really took off. He not answering. We blowing up the phone, different numbers. He not answering. It's disconnected. And so I'm like, dang, this is crazy. And my cousin like, well, what you gonna do? I'm like, the car due tomorrow. If he don't bring the car back by tomorrow for me to turn it in, I'm gonna have to just go tell bro I got his car stolen. This is crazy. And the crazy part was I was laughing back then like how I'm laughing now. Like, this is insane. I laugh kind of sometimes when I'm in uncomfortable situations. I laughed as a response to a lot of different emotions. But anyways, fast forward to the next day. Bro definitely didn't bring the car back. So I'm like, damn, it's time for me to turn the car in. So I go to the meeting spot and I walk up to bro. And he's like, hey man, how you doing? Da 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 da. Yeah. Where's the car? And I'm like, man, listen, I sub rented it out to somebody, and I thought I got all the information, but they scammed me. I got your car stolen. And he's like, what? And he's like in shock. Like he thinks I'm like no way. And I'm like, bro, I promise you, it should be all good though. Like, you got the tracker, the GPS tracker in your car, right? Let's go find him. I shouldn't have rented it out. That was my bad. I was being thirsty for money. I shouldn't have rented it out. You got the GPS tracker, right? And he's like, nah, man, there's no GPS in there. I'm like, I thought you said it was a new car. He's like, it is, but it ain't got no tracker. And I'm like, oh, man, why you renting it on Turo? This is crazy. And so then I'm like, oh, man, and he started tripping. He's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he might have swung on me for a minute, but I had my guard up because you don't know how people gonna react to that. And so I'm like, man, bro, this is crazy. And so he started tripping like, oh, man, this is not right. This ain't right. This ain't right, man. I'm like, I know, man. My bad, bro. We're gonna get it back. I thought it had the tracker. I thought I got all the information. He's like, nah, man, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm like, I know. This is my fault. I know. So we ended up calling the police. The police pull up and they're like, what's the situation? And we explained to them, basically, I subleased the car, it got stolen. The police was like, that wasn't very smart, was it? I'm like, I know. I knew from the beginning it wasn't smart, but I thought we had some variables in place. You feel me? Okay, so pull up. We're running out of time on this video. I'm gonna give y'all part 2. You definitely want to hear the ending of this because something even crazier happened. Pull up for part 2. All right, try it. Okay, part 2 on how I got banned from Turo. So at this point, the cops taking the report. They taking the report down. You know, bro is freaking out. I just got his brand new car stolen. He's a family guy, you feel me? He just started his Turo stuff and I ruined it for him, you know, at least for the moment. And I'm like, dang. And so after the cops took the report, and you know, they're like, all right, we'll do a little investigation. And he's like, well, I gotta report this to Turo. I'm like, obviously, yep, you got to, you right. You know, we gonna get it back. That's what I keep saying to him. I'm like, we gonna get it back, man. Bro don't even want to look at me, rightfully so. So I end up going home. You know, that was the end of that for that day. So within the next few days, I'm getting calls from Turo. They basically tripping like, bro, what's your problem, bro? Are you crazy? And I'm getting calls. I got banned immediately right then. You know what I mean? No, did I get banned right then? They're like, we got to figure this out. We got a private investigator. You could be facing fines. You could be facing jail time. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I'm like, all right, I could do the fines, but not jail time. Nah, man. And so I'm like, we got to find bro. We're going to help find bro. And the private investigators is calling my phone. They trying to, talk all aggressive and intimidate me. Like, you did this and did that. You could get charges pressed against you, whatever. So as it being a couple days later, I'm really starting to freak out. Like, man, I'm trying to see like, what can I do to get this car back? The number's bad, the ID's fake. And so I'm like, what should I do? And boy, I was like, I'm Sunrise the Divine. Y'all know me, I'm metaphysical. So I'm like, let me go within. Let me meditate. This the crazy part. So I go, I'm calling in on all the ancestors, you feel me? I go to my little meditation spot near my closet and I tell my cousin, look, I'm just about to tap in real quick. I gotta find a solution to this. I felt like, what's his name? T'Challa off of Black Panther, you feel me? I had to call the ancestors or Aang, asking my past lives for the help, you know what I mean? So this is the crazy part. I'm meditating and remember how on part 1, I told y'all the dude looked familiar, right? Remember I told y'all that? So as I'm deep in my meditation, a memory flashes back. It literally just flashed in my head. Tell me why about 2 years earlier, when I had first moved to LA and I was a clubaholic, tell me why I actually met that dude before in the club. I met this dude before in the club and he let me hit some of his za. You feel me? I was in the club. I looked to my left. I was like, dang, bro, that's some strong za. And yada, yada, yada. We chopped it up. We wasn't calling it za back then. But then he basically let me hit some of his za. And I was like, we got cool. And we exchanged Snapchats. Then I'm like, bingo. I come up out the meditation geeked. Like, oh, hell yeah, I know what I'm going to do. So what do? I go get my old phone from when I was in the club phase. The old phone I had, I pull it out the closet. I charge it up. When I charge it up, I get on Snapchat. I'm going through my Snapchat contacts and messages on that phone. Bingo, I found bro. I found him on my Snapchat. And so I'm like, ooh. So I'm like, I'm about to set bro up, bro. I'm dating this girl at the time. I tell her to add him on Snapchat, right? She add him on Snapchat. We basically catfishing him. She didn't even use her Snapchat that much. I told her, start posting like, he added her back. He added her back immediately. I told her start posting like bathing suit pics, get in a bathing suit, start posting like thirst traps, right? So she start posting thirst traps. Then I had her slide in his DMs, right? This one I'm like, oh, I'm about to get the whip back, and I'm about to give bro a grade A ass whooping straight up, because not only do you got me in the situation, well, really I got me in the situation, but I'm seeing it as you stole from me, bro. You stole from me, so we got to throw the hands. Anyways, him and my girl, they texting on Snap now. Well, it's really me and him, because I'm on my girl's Snap. And I'm basically, we going back and forth, and I'm like, well, let's link up. You feel me? And so I'm setting up a little date for us to link up. I'm telling my cousin, like, oh yeah, we're going to get him over there. We're going to run up on him. We're going to boom, 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 and we're going to get the car back. So I called a private investigator back, like, I found him. You feel me? At this point, it had already been like a week. And they were sending hella threats to me, like, if you don't get this car back, or if we don't get this car back, you're in big trouble, da, da, da. So I called a private investigator, like, hey, it's all good. I found bro. You feel me? I found bro. I'm about to go get the car back. They're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I found him. I did some research. I found him. Da, da, da. They're like, no, don't engage. Don't engage. I'm like, what you mean, don't engage? Y'all threatening jail time. Y'all threatening fines, all this. What y'all been doing all week? You feel me? Like, y'all ain't found the car. I found it. It's my problem, my mistake. I'm going to fix it. I'm about to meet up with him in 2 days, and I'm about to bring that car back. I got to get bro's car back. They're like, absolutely not. Do not engage. Just give us the information. Give us all the information, the social media, the Snapchat, the name, da 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 da. Because I had got all that because I was talking with him on Snapchat, acting like I'm my girl. You feel me? So he didn't gave up the information quick. And so I'm like, y'all really don't want me to engage? They like, nah. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all gonna go get it right immediately, right? And they like, yeah, just give us the information. So I give them all the information, the Snapchat, the Instagram, the name, where bros be at, what area he be at, where he be posting. And the funny part is, when I first got the Snapchat and I added him, we watching him, he in the car whipping, having a good time. And so more and more days go by. I'm calling them like, y'all ain't got the car yet. Y'all ain't got the... They're like, we're investigating. We're observing. We're investigating. We're observing. And then I'm like, what are y'all observing? Just run up on him. Like, y'all are the ops. Like, y'all the cops. Y'all can do whatever y'all want, bro. Run up on him. Take him down. All that heat y'all's bringing to me, give it to him. Then even a couple more days go by, and they ended up calling me like, oh, we got the car. I'm like, how'd y'all get it? And they're like, oh, he ended up parking in the wrong parking spot, and it got towed. I'm like, y'all let it get towed? Y'all didn't run up on him? Y'all was applying all that pressure, but y'all didn't keep that same energy when I gave y'all the information? Damn. That's what's wrong with y'all. But anyways, it's my fault. I know it's completely my fault, y'all. And so, long story short, bro got his car back. Turo then hit me like, oh yeah, hey nigga, you're banned. All right, you're banned. Okay, you're never again on this app again. Bro got his car back. I was geeked up. I'm like, I'm psychic, nigga. But I was also like, I'm stupid. You feel me? That meditation was crazy to bring me back that memory. And I'm still banned to this day, almost a decade later. And, I just thought I'd tell y'all about it. And bro got his car back. I had to pay a fine. $800. Yep, that's how I got banned from Turo, y'all. Still banned. It's okay. You live and you learn, right? I hope y'all enjoyed this story.